Well, here's a splendid idea given to me by my old friends Tia and Bo, who are not enjoying lockdown as much as some of the rest of us are. So I know they like to have a story read to them, and but they also like slightly different sort of readings. So let me fetch down my big book from the shelf and we'll see what we can do. Let's see what we've got up here. The Shorter Oxford English Dictionary. Yes, looks good, looks exciting. It's all in here. Here we are. Solid book, the Shorter Oxford English Dictionary. Let's put on my reading glasses. Good. And I'm just going to turn to a page at random and see what we come up with. Ooh. Dispunge. Dispunge, first noted in the year 1606. It's a variation of expunge by the substitution of dis. Dispunge. To discharge as from a squeezed sponge. That's archaic. The secondary meaning is to delete or expunge. 1662. And some examples of it. O sovereign mistress of true melancholy, the poisonous dampy of night, dispunge upon me. And that is from Antony and Cleopatra. And a second reading, thou hast dispunged my score. Right. How about elasticity? Now that's something we're all familiar with. Elasticity, first noted down in 1664. The quality of being elastic. And then it advises you to see elastic. So elastic, pertaining to, causing, or characterized by spontaneous expansion. Right, back to elasticity. Figuratively, it's a capacity for resisting or overcoming depression. I think we all need that these days. Let's all major in elasticity. And that was noted in 1678. It also means flexibility and accommodatingness. 1858. Here's some examples of where it first arose. The elasticity or tension of steam. That was noted by Mrs. Somerville. Oh, and here's one from our old friend Darwin. The elasticity of the spine. And Jowett quotes it in, "Our old men have lost the elasticity of youth." And one last example. "There is no elasticity in a mathematical fact." That's O.W. Holmes, who clearly, I would imagine, would be a mathematician. All right, just one last one then. Fend. Comes from the Middle English, and it is related to defend. It's transitive verb meaning the same as to defend in an archaic or poetical sense. Also, it's got quite a hinterland. It's also reflexive and intransitive for the reflexive. So, and in the second meaning, it's intransitive in to fend and prove, to argue. And that's as far back as 1575, I say. But in the transitive sense, it means to ward or keep off, fend, especially with off. In other words, it's especially fend off. Yes, that comes back from the Middle English as well. And in the intransitive sense, to make a shift, which I presume, because that's Scottish and dialect, that means to make a shift, to move, to go away, to fend. You fend. Right, and a couple of examples of that. Freedom shall fend you with his wing. That's Emerson. And here is Scott, that famous Scotsman. To fend off the weather. I presume that's a hat or something. You wear a hat to fend off the weather. Well, I think that's enough for now. And if you haven't fallen asleep, perhaps we could try it again sometime. If anybody watching would like to send me a random page number, yes, 12, there's 1280 in the first volume, and that's A2 Markworthy. So anything in the first 1,000 pages, and just give me a page and a line number, I'll find it and I'll read it to you. Well, enjoy the rest of your lockdown with your dictionary. Bye for now.